I press. There you go.
Go,
Go ahead,
Paula.
Paula.
Hi, how's everybody doing today? I know some of you are tired and some of you are already home, excited. I'm glad that everybody's here. If you could just put on the chat where you're connecting from, that would be a good idea because we want to know where we're serving everybody.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, my name is Paula Lopez. I do several things, but what I like that I do the most is being able to help others with For Life. Since I lost 150 pounds, it has dramatically helped me and helped others know that we can do it. And we're gonna have the presenter today. I am so glad that I have the opportunity to present her, because when I was seeing her bio, something that I loved about her is that she encouraged people with small changes. So I'm gonna say a little bit about her. She has over 30 years of experience, guys. This is somebody that knows what she's talking about. She's in the healthcare industry. She's certified as a health and wellness coordinator to empower people. She's getting people to comprehensive insurance benefits so they can know how to improve their lives. She does this by encouraging people to take small steps, which I think is really important because a lot of times when we want to do something huge for the first time, we're not able to do it. So she gives us guidance step by step. And that's what we're going to be learning today. How to, sorry, this is my first time, I'm a little nervous, but just something else that I also like, that we grow, we grow in different areas. So today's my first time being a host, and I do want you guys to bear with me. So, okay. The topic that we're gonna talk about today is how to do healthcare, health and wellness, healthcare. And for that, I'm gonna let Sonia talk with you. Sonia, thank you for being here and teaching us of so much that you know.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know it might not be a topic that everybody's like truly like, oh, I really want to go out and do a health fair. But I'm going to tell you right now, you are missing a huge opportunity to be able to connect with people that potentially will be not only probably an acquaintance or more like a friend. You're gonna connect with people, which is one of the biggest things that we do here at For Life, right? With the products that we have is we want to service people, we want to help people, and what better way than to go into an event, right, where people are looking for better health. You're talking to your audience, so that's where I want to start. Let me share my screen with you right now. And I apologize, I have two phones. My computer doesn't work with its camera, but we're gonna make this work. And that's the beauty about this business, is that we learn how to navigate with what tools we have. You just get over it and you work with what you got. So let me present. Let me see if this is the one. I hope this is the right screen I'm presenting. There it goes. Guys, can you see my screen? Yeah, excellent. Other thing
yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. So this is an introduction of how to plan a health fair in a sense, okay? And the thing is, most of you may not know, but there's a lot of events going on around your community that are trying to help people find solutions to health concerns that they have. Not only do pharmacies, they do wellness, believe it or not, for the community. Some of them are free health screenings, so your audience there might not be somebody that's looking to purchase a product that might be expensive, right? But I think we have product to meet everybody's need. I mean, you can buy a box of Rio Vita sticks for $25, and that's the daily dose people need of transfer factor every day to get over some of the elements or the conditions that they have. So there is product for everybody at whatever price point they're at. But pharmacies, clinics, uh, and a lot of other avenues have ability to be able to promote the health products that we have here at For Life. So the first thing I want you to know what the purpose is of a health fair. First of all, when employer groups decide that they're going to do a health fair for their employees, it's because they want to be able to offer them tools to be able to help them make better decisions. Not always is it a product. Sometimes it might be a service like a gym, or it might be, what else have I seen out there? So I've seen gyms, I've seen essential oils, I've seen people that have certain tools like yoga tools to be able to stretch out the back. So I don't know where your niche is at, right? What is it that you're promoting? But one of the things you want to do when you go to these wellness fairs is that you want to be able to know what that audience is. What's your target audience? Because if it's, let's say, it's like one of the health fairs from the pharmacy where they're just doing free health screenings, that might not be the place to go with your, super detox kit, right? Because probably those people aren't going to want to buy all those. So you're going to have to narrow it down to the one product, maybe for that audience that might be more receptive to receiving that information. If you're at a health fair for an employer group, now that opens it up. You got executives there, you got maybe factory workers in the back, maybe you got administrative workers in the front. Maybe you're going to be doing a school district like I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow I go into a school district. That means I got certificated employees, which means employees that have degrees, okay? And then I got classified employees that are the people that run the place, the administrative staff, the cleaning staff, all that staff. So all of them are open to receive information on what they can do to potentially help themselves. So you got to know your audience. So if you're targeting a particular group of people, when you start calling onto employer groups and you ask them, hi, my name is Sonia, and I'm a promoter of wellness, and I like to come into health fairs and assist with employees recognizing different tools that we have available to help them get better. Ask them, what industry are you guys in? Oh, we make airplanes. Oh, we're in the healthcare industry. We do detoxing. Well, if you're going into a detox place, you're not going to bring a detox kit. They probably have their own, but you can bring a tool that can help them, right? So I just want to make sure you understand that. The goal of a health fair is not to necessarily go in there and make money, okay? Why do I say that? Because most health fairs for you to participate will be free. They won't charge you to come in and promote your product at a health fair. You heard me right. Now, I'm not going to tell you there's not always a fee. If you go around looking at companies like Healthy Dimensions, Spice of Life, these are obviously companies that's all they do. They run health fairs for employer groups. Those on average charge about $350 per event for you to attend. And that doesn't mean that you're going to get a return on your investment. It just means you're going to get exposure to the number of employees that they have available at that company to be able to do your spiel, to be able to promote your product. So those are things that you need to know the difference of. One is me calling directly to an employer group and them telling me, yes, we would love to welcome you into your health fair. And one is for me to receive information from the employer group that says, oh no, we have a company that does it for us. Give them a call. Well, then you know that company is going to charge you to come into that health fair because that's how they make their money. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. If anything, go and look it up. But our goal at these health and wellness fairs is to basically sow seed. Yeah, we're sowing seed. That means we're educating people on something they probably, I'll tell you, 99% of the people when I go to a health fair, they have no clue what transfer factor is. Okay, but are they going to connect with the molecule transfer factor? Probably not. What they're going to connect with is the stories that I'm going to tell them about transfer factor and how it's helped me. So that's one thing you got to know the difference. You got to be able to tell a story, okay? So just remember that. You want to increase awareness of your health benefits, encourage proactive health behaviors, give free tips. Have a sheet on your table that says 10 tips of what you should do to be able to, get peace and sleep better, like turning off your lights, putting dimmers on your light, whatever it is that you're promoting. I tell you, pick a product and promote that product. Okay, going on to the next slide. And this one has an error in there, but don't worry about that. So knowing the audience, right? Like I said, most of the time when I sit at a health fair and I tell people, hi, have you ever heard of Rio Vida? Because that's my popular one. I love Rio Vida. Rio Vida is the easiest thing to promote. Do you guys know why? Put it in the chat and tell me why you think Rio Vida is the easiest one to promote. I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I feel Rio Vida is the easiest to promote. First of all, children can take it, okay? It's a liquid. Anybody can drink it. I could travel with it. It has no refrigeration needed. If I don't want to take as much of the Rio Vida stick, I could do half a stick for now and a half a stick for later. It's just so convenient and easy to use and take and consume. It's not like I'm taking another pill, but yet I'm getting my 600 milligrams of transfer factor and a ton of antioxidants, electrolytes, and all this other stuff. So what does that tell you? That tells you that you need to know your product. Whatever one your hero product is going to be, you need to know it, because your audience, you're going to have to identify who are those that can need it, right? So learn about the demographics of the group if you're going to go in there. Who's going to be attending, you know? Most of the time I'll tell you, like I do a lot of school districts. The reason I do that is because I have a friend that works for some of the school districts promoting their health fairs, and she invites me, which is really cool. You might have people that you know, like friends or family that work somewhere, and they might be having a health fair. Why not go in there and promote it? Now you get access to their employees, right? Where your friends work. So just remember that. Remember to tailor your offerings to the interests and the health concerns of that group, meaning that most of the time, not so much the employer, but if you're going to do it with one of those health companies, most of them will tell you their demographics, like Spice of Life and Healthy Dementias usually tells you the population is predominantly male, or it's female. So those questions you could kind of ask your employer group that you're going to go out and service. You can ask them, hey, predominantly you guys have more males or females? Because if I have more males, I might be promoting more of the energy drinks, probably. I'll tell you why. Because men are using a lot of energy drinks to try to get the job done. Because not only do they work many hours and then they go home and they have to take care of other stuff too. Not that the women don't, but I'm just saying guys are having the most consumption right now with energy drinks. So maybe I tailored it to that. So just know your audience. Ask how many male or female are there? Age group, are they younger or are they older? That means that you may have more, you know, joint pain or whatever it may be that comes with the second half of life, right? So that way you can identify, okay, maybe I'll bring in this hero product, but really try to limit how many products you bring in because it just makes it easier. When you do get the information of your event, okay, you need to review those event details, meaning if am I going into a factory? Do I need an outlet, right? How much time do I need to set up my booth? I make my booth pretty easy. I'm going to show you guys a video of my booth and what it looks like. I try to keep it very simple, but I do keep the logistics down. That means that I show up early and I leave late. I'm the last one to leave most of the time because I want to make sure everybody's taken care of. I confirm it with the employer group. So you want to make sure you do those things. And if there's a theme, there's been times I go into employer groups and they're like doing the Hawaii theme. So I decorate my table kind of looking like a Hawaii theme, you know, a little grass skirt, a little lua, what's it called? The thing around your neck, a lei, right? I put a lei on. I just do different things, or I'll bring in different little cups that are like little, you know, red cups, solo cups. So it makes it look like we're at a party. So I'll show you that in just a second. So just make sure you research your event. Now, one of the biggest things, right? I see this happen a lot when employer groups, basically they provide service, like they come out and let's say they do the insurance and they don't send their actual people from in-house, they send somebody else to kind of man the event. And sometimes when it's not somebody that has a vested interest, you'll just see them sitting around really not engaging with the audience. So you have to be proactive in these events. You can't just sit and think that that the engagement's just going to happen organically. People will come by your table, but you got to ask them, hey, have you ever heard of you know, this product, Rio Vida? Have you ever tasted it? So you'll see right now in my video, I have samples of Rio Vida. And I'm going to tell you, I learned this the hard way. One time I went out to my event and I had the big old gallon thing with ice in it, and I put a bunch of sticks of Rio Vida. Well, if it's not all consumed, then I'm consuming it all, and that's a lot of Rio Vida. What I would recommend for you guys to do is just get a small ice cooler and get some water bottles and stick them in there and dump a little bit of the water, or put a little bit of the water out of it, and then stick your Rio Vida stick in there and just mix it up. Mix up your Rio Vida bottle, just 1 16-ounce at a time. That way, as you're using it, then you'll pour it into the cups, and it'll be nice and cold, and you're not making huge portions. Okay. I think 1 Rio Vida stick does 16 ounces perfectly. It tastes great. If it's on ice, it's even better. So you have your water bottles in ice, you clean them up, you bring them out, you pour it in the little cups, and I'll show you in a minute. But just note to do that. Now, prepare a short presentation. You have to know what you're going to say, because these people are coming by very quickly. And basically, you only got seconds to be able to tell them, hey, this is what I'm offering. This is what it does. And thing is, if you don't know what to say, I need you to learn how to use ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give you 10 hooks to be able to say to somebody that walks up to your table, and then use different ones, right? Have you ever tried this? Are you feeling the best? Find the ones that work for you, for the audience that you have. I don't know if I would necessarily ask somebody, do they feel good? Because most people don't want to share their personal information, but I will tell them, have you ever known of a product that can actually educate your immune system? And most of them will tell you no. Well, this one does. And I go, taste it, see how good it is. Some people might say, I need to know the ingredients. I always have a box of it, but you have to have a clear, concise way of communicating the information. I later tell them who I am, because honestly, if I can't connect with you within the first seconds of why I'm here and what I'm doing, more than likely you'll walk right past my table. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. And then you can highlight maybe 5 of the key things that this product does, that it's great after sports for a kid that's doing sports. If you work out after the gym, drinking this would be really good. It will replenish your electrolytes, things of that nature. If you guys want to offer something, you can, like a health screening or some type of demo. I personally offer Rio Vida. That's what I do. I do the little small cups, the ones that I think sometimes the sampler cups, they call them, they're at Smart and Final. That's where I bought them. I bought mine at Bonds this last time. Another thing that I do is I do have a sign-up sheet. I have a sign-up sheet to capture anybody that wants more information, and I can send a free 10 tips on how to lose weight, or 10 tips of how to stay healthy. Whatever tips you want to give, tell them that you have something to offer them, that you can email them, and then you can capture their name, their email, and their cell phone. Also, if you want to do a raffle item, that would be great. Then you want to put them in your raffle, and that's how you collect names. But you ask them, do you mind if I call you with more information? Because some of these people don't want to fall for the bait and switch, right? You guys tell them, oh yeah, I'm going to put you in the raffle, but now all of a sudden they're receiving a million calls from you. Ask them, would you like more information? Just put yes on the form, or at least put a little checkbox mark on your little slips that you're going to have people fill out. Tell them, put yes that you want more information, and I'll just gladly send you some of our coupons and specials that are happening all the time. That's what I do. I send them the Accent newsletter that For Life does. And that keeps them in the loop of knowing what it is that we're doing and what's new. And if they have more questions, then they could come back and see me. So just be prepared with your little small spiel. Have fun with it, guys. But know that that's one of the things that helps you to engage. Ensure you have the necessary supplies. That means, yes, ahead of time, I have about this last time that they sold those Rio Vida boxes. Remember, you got 3 Rio Vida boxes, and I think you got 1 for free. I bought a bunch of them. Why? Because I need to have enough when I do my events. Fourth quarter is when most companies are doing health fairs, okay? They're doing promotion because they're showing their new benefits for the new plan year. So you want to make sure you have enough of a supply. Water bottles is easy to keep, like I told you before. I think even with 200 employees that I had at my last event, I might have gone through maybe 10 water bottles. That's not bad, right? 10 water bottles, 10 Rio Vida sticks. Not bad at all. So I'm telling you, this is the most economical way to share something that maybe it won't be for them, but it might be for their son or their husband or maybe their wife, right? Promotional items, I made flyers with QR codes, and I'll show you guys those in just a second because I have them here in my Canva. I'll show you those materials in just a second, how I made them. I don't know if you guys know that every single item at For Life actually has a QR code with your specific login. You guys can actually create those and put them on stickers on the product so they know how to reorder the next time. The person that taught me that was Gabby, which was awesome. She does that. She puts the QR code with the sticker on all her packages so people know exactly what they can access. If you're going to give away pins, I personally wouldn't do pins. I wouldn't do clipboards. I would collect their information and you follow up with them. Create the CRM that you have with For Life to help you start identifying those people. You might put Mary Jones, Tustin Unified School District, let's say, and then prospect. And then you can look up all the prospects by just putting the word prospect in your phone. And if you want all the prospects that are from Tustin Unified School District, then you'll put TUSD prospect. So when you enter the name in your CRM, you want to put their name, the word prospect, and where you met them. You can go into notes and put notes like this particular person had knee pain. She just had knee surgery, or I put a lot of notes under my people and I stick them just in my contacts. And most of the time, I'm going to tell you this is what I've been doing with a lot of the people in the health fair. So I'm a participant, right? I'm a vendor. I go to all the vendors that are at the health fair and I collect their information because they want to give their information. That's what they're there for. They want more customers. They want more people. And basically, those I save as vendor. I'll put a V on them. And the reason I'll do that is because then I know that they are business-minded people. They are people that are building businesses. And this is probably another avenue of income that could help them as well. So I just want to make sure you guys know that. So prepare yourselves. So ensure you have the necessary supplies. Make sure you have some type of flyer on a board with a QR code where they can put their phones on there and capture your information, or have that clipboard with the asking their name, their email, and their cell phone number. I personally will tell you, cell phones are the best thing to collect because when somebody texts you, what happens when a text message comes in? It comes right to the top. People have to see that message because they want that little bubble to go away. So I know they see my message. So make it simple, make it easy, but that's one of the best ways to communicate. Remember to arrive early, set up your place, go around to all the vendors, say hi to them, exchange cards or exchange information, give them a little giveaway, give them a taste of your Rio Vida, have them encourage others to come and visit you as well, okay? And one of the things about getting there early, most people that get there early get to pick where they want to put their booth. You get there late, you're going to get the one by the bathroom where nobody goes by, or they'll put you somewhere where it's not the most conducive place to be. So getting there early is key so you can get the best spot in the house. Lastly, I need you guys to have fun. Dress professionally and dress comfortably. If you're there because you're representing a gym, yeah, you can wear yoga pants. I don't care. But if you're there representing a wellness company, don't show up all not in order because it doesn't look good. Most people want to do business with people that look or feel the way they want to feel. So you got to come in there with your best self. It might not be the best day for you. Maybe you had a hard time just getting to the place because of traffic. Maybe the car's tire popped before you got there. Your mindset is so transferable to people in the sense of energy. When somebody walks into your house and they're frustrated, do you feel the frustration? Well, same thing at a health fair. So whatever happened before you got there, I want you to sit in the car. That's why I want you to get there early enough. Sit in the car and redirect your thoughts on what it is you want to accomplish at this health fair. Whether it be collect 10 names, that's usually what I aim for. I just want to collect 10 names. I want to meet 10 new people that I can connect with at the level of wellness. I want to help them if they want the help. I'm going to tell you right now, most people, it's going to take 7 to 8 times to call before they say, oh yeah, I forgot about you. I know you've been texting me. I'm so sorry. I've been really busy. There's some people that are ready to act on that first call that you make, but more than likely 80 to 90% of them are not. They have to be convinced that they're worth the energy to get better. So I hope you guys understand that. But with that, let me share with you guys a couple other things. And then remember, I want to thank you guys for staying here, but let me show you a few more things. Together, we create a healthier, happier individual. That's what we want. We want happier people so they can live life at the best. Today, I was fortunate. I was outside in the garden. I'm watching my friend's mom. And that's why I never made it home to turn on my camera. So I apologize. So if you see the gallery, you can see my face presenting to you. But my friend's mama, her papa passed away this week. And so I'm watching the mama. And she's such an amazing person. And when I was outside today, I was asking God, just help me. Help me understand what it is that you want me to do today. What, you know, I don't know what your belief is, but I'm going to tell you this right now. When you meditate or you do something, like I was just raking up some leaves, I started thinking about what is it truly that we're doing here, guys? We're here because we know that we can help somebody. We can serve somebody because we know something so powerful. Transfer factor is an amazing molecule. I'm surprised when people don't even know about this, but I'm kind of glad because sometimes I think that if people all knew how great this was, or big pharma found out, they might silence us in some kind of weird way, but I hope not. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. But what I'm trying to get at is that truly, truly, it is not all the flowers that my friend's dad planted that are so beautiful. All this, his house looks like, this house that I'm at right now looks like a museum. It has statues everywhere in the yard. They're beautiful. There are a lot of angels here. And I started thinking about what was it truly that he enjoyed. It's what God gave us, which means the peace, the patience, the understanding, the joy of watching the plant be, sown, and then the flowers come up. And those are the things that I'm telling you, things that aren't tangible, that you can't buy, you can't take with you when you leave. They're the things that are the best thing in life. So I want you guys to be able to connect. So let me share with you guys real quick a couple documents. Now, I'm trying to do two things at the same time here, so it might look a little sloppy, but let me see where my documents are. Here are my projects. I want to share with you the projects that I've done. Let me see if I can get that out of my way. You guys can still see my screen, correct? This is how I created a bio on Canva. If you don't have Canva, the free version is really easy. You can make yourself a little bio. I always have one with me when I go to events, just so you guys know. And let's see here, go back to home. So yeah, that's my only thing, is I haven't learned how to navigate everything clearly, but that's okay. You can do a lot of things on Canva, just so you guys know. You can make posts. Here's the juice recipe from Dr. Ronnie. Those are guides that I just have access to. Let me see here. This is a post that I just did on business. I wanted to show you guys this. This is the one I want to show you. So I made this for me, and I also made this for my son. And it's basically the QR codes with the Rio Vida and the price and the savings, whether they want to do the box, or whether they want to do the juice, or maybe the chews, or maybe they want the burst, or maybe they want to see them all in a basket.
Sonia, I don't think they can see that.
Oh, you guys can't see that? Okay, hold on. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, you know why? Because I didn't share my desktop. I shared my, okay, here, hold on. Let me share my screen. You know what? I'm glad you told me, because then I'll be able to do this too. Okay, I think that's, optimize. Here we go. I just want to be able to optimize everything so you guys can see it all. It's not letting me optimize it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe now? Okay. All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Is it too small?
Yes.
You want me to make it bigger?
Yes, please.
Can you? Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. You'll have
So,
to scroll up and down though.
yeah, so see, I put this, see, this still has my son's advice from Diego. That's his link for his Instagram. This is his shop for life. I didn't change it, see, but I'm telling you. And then I just put For Life's logo, and then I put what we offer, and I put an image of it, the price, and all I do, guys, I use the snippet tool at on your computer. There's a tool called Snippet, and all it does, it captures whatever image is on the screen, and you snip it and you save it. And that's what I did here. And then the QR codes are on your phone. When you go try to share a shop, right? You know, my shop, it tells you, do you want to share a link or a QR code? You just screenshot it and then you send it to Canva and Canva will put it in here. So as you can see, I just give a lot of options. I don't know if that's really what you want to do, but this is just so they could see all the forms and then they can talk, they can talk to their husbands or wives. And then this is my little business card that's inside of For Life. I don't print business cards per se. I think most people just throw them away. So I'd rather collect your number and I'll send you information. So this is just one of the little sheets. I wanted to show you guys a video. So hopefully I can show you guys a video. Hold on. Like I said, I haven't been navigating this thing that well because I'm not that great. Let me see what I got here. I don't think it's this one. And then I got this other screen back here, so I can't. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can bring this down. Sorry, guys. I wish I was better techie, but not too much of a techie. Let's close that. Let's close that. And let's close that. Let me see. Maybe it's here. Okay, it's got to be in one of these. Okay, I know I saved the video. Oh, there it is. Where you at? I seen you. Oh, maybe it's this one. No. Hopefully I didn't close it. See, I can't see with this bar up on top. I wonder if I can move it. Do you know if I can move that bar up on top? Oh, there it goes. Okay, here we go. Let me see where this is at. That's Hecke. It's one of these guys. I know it's one of these. Oh, there it is. Did you see it? There it is. That's my, can you guys see it?
Yes,
Can you
we
see-
can see it.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is my table. Those are the vendors next door. Basically, it's a short, I got the book from 21 pounds in 21 days. I have a tablecloth from For Life. I think they still have those available. And I get those little sample cups. I bring a couple products. And that's about it. My major promotion is Rio Vida. That's what I'm there to promote. I do have some flyers, and you see the middle sheet there is where I'm collecting everybody's name and number. And I did give a raffle prize. One of my raffle prize was one of those Rio Vida sticks boxes for whoever wins it at the company. And it does, just so you guys know, they do have labels on them. I don't know if you could see it because it's going so fast, but let me see if I can pause it. Okay, go backwards. See, they're really loud at the place, but if I could make it bigger, the box usually has my name on it. So it's on the other side, just so you guys know. The flyers all have my name on it too. So let me stop sharing this. So hopefully that kind of helps you guys. Like I said, I do a lot of health fairs during the year. I sometimes will even go out to a park if I want to, if they're like, there's a few people like those, what do you call those things they do now? What are they called? Maybe one of you guys can think of it. Farmers markets. We have a farmers market out here that's $25. So if you wanted to do a farmers market, why not? Take your product, share it. Look up farmers markets in your areas and see if there's affordable ones in your area. But this is kind of what we do to kind of get past that stage of us wanting to be behind a camera sometimes, I think, because honestly, it helps me be able to develop my people skills. It helps me develop my story. It helps me develop so many things that I'm really hoping that most of you guys will, maybe at the beginning, you're going to stumble. Who cares? It's practice. Practice makes perfect. Now, I want to see if anybody here does health fairs or have done anything. I think, Siobhan, you must do some stuff too, right? And Dr. Ramunda, you do some too as well.
I don't do any health fairs. I don't get out from behind my computer for Life, but I love everything that you shared today. And I'm just texting Dr. Ramunda, you need to be doing these health fairs.
Right.
But I think she probably already goes to health fairs. So let's hear from her.
Ramonda lives in a town that nobody wants to do anything but eat and die.
Come on, Dr. Ramunda, it can't be that bad.
Let me tell you, I went to a health fair on Saturday. Instead of being invited to be a vendor, I showed up as, to come and see, and I met several vendors. I was very interested. They said, why you should have a table here set up,
Right.
but I wasn't invited to advertise. And like people don't know what you do. You know, they just have their preference on what they want to have, you know.
Mhm.
And so you got to look at, when I looked at what was around the table, it wasn't based on how to uh, give people what they really need to have, or what they need is what they want them to have. I put it that way.
Yeah.
So I did went and I connected with a lot of people, and I talked to a lot of people. I met a gastrologist, and I was telling him my story. I said, "Is, you know, I would love to, you know," I was telling him, I said, "I wished it was more connecting of how we can help people together, because so many people need to have." And I told him, I said, if I had somebody to help me with, to be true to my family, you know, it may be a different story today, you know, because they'll see what I'm doing and how I'm helping people and how we collaborate with people that's like-minded. It's hard to find people that are like-minded. Everybody wants to be the I person, you know. So health fairs, you know, I've posted out years ago, and many times, like, hey, I want to set up a health fair. How many people would be interested in coming out to set their tables up? Not,
Yeah.
I probably got maybe one or two, maybe, you know. And it's like, but yet when they have something, they want you to come, you know, and support, but they don't want, I have no idea why. I don't know. I thought about doing it again. I thought about doing a one with a holiday health fair,
Yeah.
with entertainment, you know, good food, good juices, good products around.
I do believe that right now with the whole feel good, share good socials, I think the concept is amazing because most women, when we get together, even if it's, let's say it was a Tupperware cup party, or it was a Mary Kay party, or whatever it was, it's not so much the product, it's so much us getting together and just having some downtime, right? To be able to connect again as humans. And I think that a lot of people out there are in need of that, especially after the pandemic. People have been basically behind these screens for too long. And one thing that I would encourage you, Dr. Ramunda, is maybe look at the bigger employers in your area and ask them if they have health fairs. That's where I would start out. I'd call the bigger employers and say, do you guys ever do a health fair? If they tell you they use an agency, that's when I would tell you, well, you can call the agency, but more than likely they're going to charge you big money to be able to participate in the event. But a lot of smaller employers, they want to have health fairs and they don't even know where to begin to do it. And if, let's say you, Dr. Ramanda, say you want to run one, right? You're going to promote one at the company. All you need to do is call maybe three vendors, maybe a healthcare vendor that can do blood pressure check. And then you want a gym. So get a gym, a local gym that wants to participate in it, and maybe another yoga facility or another wellness juice place nearby that does juicing for people. You know what I mean? And then you bring your product, you know, just kind of like the 7 dimensions of health. Let's get one vendor for each dimension, basically. I really think it's doable, and I think employer groups would be open to it. They just don't know where to begin. And if you can be that person to be able to facilitate or help them, and if you start collecting vendors, like you did the perfect thing, Dr. Ramunda, that's what I do. I collect all the vendors' names because my girlfriend, sometimes she needs vendors to come to events. She only has 2. The other ones weren't able to go. So I give her the list of my vendors and she can invite all the vendors that I have. So keep that. That is a great resource for you to have, especially for people that are looking for other vendors that, you know, you already know they want to be exposed. They want to teach others about what they have. And as long as it's in line with what you are, right? I'm not going to necessarily be inviting, what did I have one time? They were selling this thing and I was just like, my goodness gracious, these employees were being asked to purchase, you know, the stuff if they wanted it, but I just didn't think it was something that was really, it was like a gimmicky thing. I don't like
Hey,
gimmicks.
Sonia, I asked a gentleman. I met a gentleman at the football game a few weeks ago when I was up in the owner's suite, and I actually met the owner of the dealership.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him before, but never really had the interaction with him. I said, you know what, I do corporate wellness, and I think it'd be good to do a health wellness at your location.
And what did he say?
He told the girl, he said that'd be a good idea because his wife is into health and wellness. He said that'd be a great idea. He has 5 locations.
There you go. See, and the thing is, then you could take it even a step further, Dr. Ramanda, because you actually have a place where they can do consults. They could come into your location and do a full-on assessment and consult. What a blessing it'll be for them to have kind of like a mini staff coach on site. People pay a lot of money to have coaches on site, and it's not doable for most companies. Here now you're offering a service that if they see it works, trust me, that man that owns the 5 dealerships has a friend that owns 10 and so on. And you'll just become word of mouth referred to everybody. So don't ever limit the possibilities of what participating in something so simple like a health fair can be, whether it be through the vendors that you meet or through the employees, or like you did right now, an owner of a company. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's great. Well, that's everything I had tonight, guys, to share with you guys. I don't really get too complicated. I try to keep it very simple because sometimes I'm not, I don't want to stress myself out. There's no need to stress yourself out. So keep it simple, pick one product. You don't have to have stock shelves of product. I told you, I used at 200 employees, I used 10 bottles of water with 10 Rio Vita sticks. I had enough boxes that if somebody wanted to buy a box, I could sell a box. And I did, I sold 2 boxes. So don't expect to sell the boxes like that off your shelf because it doesn't happen all the time. But there might be that 1 or 2 person that say, hey, you know what? I want to take a box with me. And they did. 2 people took a box with them, which I thought was pretty cool.
Okay, so thank you, Sonia, for everybody told us we have a good idea where to start to do a fair. I really like the Rio Vida because, like you said, we can take it to travel and we can offer it. It's like so convenient, you know, and it's a good taste, and all the benefits that it has is fantastic. Now, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
I want to thank you first for giving us like information on how to get and tips, other things besides just for life, you know, like the benefits of using the product, the benefit of, you know, being able to sleep and things like that you said. I really like that. And I like asking the gender, asking very good questions so we can know what products we can take. Now, I have a question. You said about getting there early to set up. How early is early?
Okay, so usually, typically, if you're doing a presentation, and Dr. Ramanda, that's another thing that you can offer. You can offer wellness presentations. You could come in and educate on the 3 tips or 10 tips that to be able to have a clear colon. You know, what is it you have to do? You said chewing and things of that nature. So if you're going to be doing a presentation, like a wellness presentation, be there at least 30 minutes before. If you're doing a health fair, you should be there an hour before the event. Remember, there might be limited parking. There might be security that you have to go through. Remember what protocols there are, because if you enter a factory, you can't have sandals, okay? You might have to have closed-toed shoes. So those are the things that you're gonna have to ask questions about. So you're in line with what they expect from a vendor attending their events, whether it be in the back or in the front or wherever it is that they're gonna have you. Is there gonna be shade for the day? Or do I have to provide my own shade? Do I need to bring my own table, right? Those types of things. Am I going to play a video? Am I going to have an electrical cord with an extension cord? These are things that you have to be prepared to be able to facilitate if that's what you need. And you got to ask the questions. You guys have outlets close to where I'm going to be stationed, you know? And then, like I said, more than likely they will have an area if that's what you want to do. You want to be able to have video, no problem. They'll give you a video and you'll be able to plug in. Another thing I was going to tell you, you know, you just reminded me, remember Rio Vida is got electrolytes. How many people are not dehydrated out there? It's a great product to just get water into you because it's got electrolytes in it. So that one just came off my head right now. I was thinking about that when you were saying the benefits. But just keep in mind those little logistic things that you might have not thought of before, and just ask the questions and you'll be fine. Get there early. You want to get there early. You want to meet everybody. You know, one thing that I do before a presentation, I go around the room and I shake everybody's hand. I introduce myself. That takes the edge off of me so I don't get so nervous when I present.
Yeah, I like what you say, Sonia. Thank you so much. And always be early, because you always have to, you have the possibility of choosing the best place to be. And if they're going to have a presentation, they're going to have a stage, you want to be close to the stage, or close to the food, close where the people are going by. It's
Exactly.
very important. And also be sure, like she said, if you're going to use electricity or something, that you have
Right.
what you need, especially extensions, because sometimes they don't have anything. So you have to be prepared for that, and
Right.
so I've been in a lot of fairs, and it's fun. It's fun
Right.
to do that, and like you say, don't be complicated. It's just
Right.
your vida, and the energy drinks are also
Right.
is
I
good thing.
think the machine, the one they used with for us at For Life at our last event, the grip strength, that's an
Yeah.
expensive machine that you could buy if you really wanted to. Maybe you could find it on eBay or something, but it has to be calibrated. That's the only thing, to know your age. Yeah, that would be a good one for Age Pro, right?
Yeah.
Because it tells you your actual age given your grip strength. That's how that works. But there's another one called the BMI one, where you put your hands on it and it's very inexpensive, and you can do
Yeah.
your BMI. So if you wanted to provide a service instead of giving out Rio Vida, you could, to attract people. Maybe you don't have the money to buy a bunch of boxes of Rio Vida. That's fine. Start with
Yeah.
something simple. Another thing I have is a foot massager. Sometimes I'll put the foot massager and people want to come and massage their feet. They don't take off their shoes. It's just a vibration machine, and they vibrate their feet. And it helps with a bunch of stuff like neuropathy and a bunch of other stuff. So you'll figure out a way to give something and it not cost you so much.
But it's a good thing about what you say, the QR codes. I
Oh,
make
yeah.
my business cards like the H Pro, and it has something about the H Pro and the QR code, so they can buy it directly right there. Sometimes people are reluctant to give you the name and phone number or whatever, but they're interested and they really want it. Sometimes
Right.
it's good to have it, and or have a poster with the H Pro and the QR code, so people
Right.
can just scan it and go. But I
That is a
think
great way to be able to promote, right? But the best way is for you to collect information and ask. Is
Oh
it
yes,
okay if
por
I send you?
supuesto.
Collect information. I can't stress that enough. Get a sheet,
Yeah.
even if it's a handwritten sheet, and put name, email, phone number, and collect that information. Because trust me when I tell you, those people more than likely will buy from you eventually. I can't tell you they're going to buy right off the bat, but they will buy from you.
Yes. Thank you so
You have a
much.
question, Dr. Ramanda?
You know what I did? I took the product information flyer
Mm-hmm.
and put my barcode on it with my picture and information on it. And then I went to I think Siobhan showed me how to go to Canva, and I made a flyer. Remember the flyer that I made? That I made on there, and I put my barcode when I got a certain, like the digest enzymes. I made a flyer. Literally, and I took the flyer and I put my barcode on it. Matter of fact, I got my flyer. So well, that's my book. And I put a barcode, and I took it to the health food store, the farmers market. And the farmers market, they got this board that they have, and I
Those are
took it and
great.
tagged it on their board.
Yep.
The flyer.
You know who does that too? The library and Starbucks. They have a board. You could put your information up there, as long as it's something that you're giving for free, like education, right? So you got to create something that says I'm giving detox tips for free. See, product health fair. Nice.
And I put the barcode on it with the 20% off picture, and I had my IG, just in case you want to see who I am and introduce who I am. And so that's the flyer I made, and this one was for Right Start. And I had the other one for the whole reset. I did the same thing. I talked a little bit about it, and I posted on my friends that have health food stores. Health food places, and I also went to the farmers market and put it on their board.
Yeah, and
So they in my office, they can just scan the barcode,
right,
and order.
Whoever you do business with, it could be the dry cleaner, it could be other places, your physical therapy place. Ask them, hey, would you allow me to promote some of my wellness that I offer? Why not? All they're going to do is you're going to bring in one of those clear plastic things, put your flyer in there and put it on their counter, right there where the patients sit and do nothing anyways. So
Okay, we have some questions from the audience.
Oh, yeah.
It says, what's the response of people at this type of event?
So the last one that I had about 200 people and I got 10 people on my list. Now, a lot of people took a picture of the flyer, right? Some bought, I want to say like 3 bought directly through the link, 2 bought in person. So it's hit and miss, honestly, because one of the events that I did, I just got 10 names. I'm still trying to call these 10 people and they're not responding. So, I mean, the thing is this, did I gain something? Yeah, I got 10 names and I learned how to develop my skill of talking the story, right? Telling a story. And you start learning to kind of focus on what you're saying. And if it's not working, then you need to change it up. You can't keep saying the same thing and think you're going to get a different result. So that's the biggest thing about going out and really walking, walking and doing the steps to be able to become successful in this business. Is like, it's learning what works and what doesn't work. So on average, I want to tell you, maybe about 10% of the people actually leave a message, right? Or leave me a number or take the code, and only 3% of those will buy. It's just the numbers game. So that's why I said, I personally would not pay $350 to participate at a health fair when I can call up groups that are really wanting to do one and I can go over there for free. That's just me.
Well, we're going to start wrapping up. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you very much, Sonia and
Thank you,
Paula.
Dr. Romanda, for assisting.
Sonia, do you share that presentation or you keep it?
Which one? The one I just showed you?
Yeah,
I can send it to you.
whole foundation on setting up health fair at different locations.
Yeah. No, let me create one a little bit more specific as to how you go about calling employer groups. I'll set one up and
Yeah,
I'll send
that'd
it
be
to
good.
and I'll share it in the group, in the For Life English group in WhatsApp.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Anytime I can help you guys, please do ask. I'm more than willing to give you anything that I have.
Thank you so much. And don't forget, we have another event tomorrow. So those things are, you can connect because we're always doing something new. Hello?
Now you're in. You're freezing up.
Sorry, I'm stuck for it. So
Gotta
thank
get
you,
out that storage.
everybody. I saw that we have people from Ocala, Florida, California, Singapore. It was something really funny. She said she's from planet Earth, so I like that one.
That's your
And
mom.
I'm from Seattle. So I appreciate everybody for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you guys. That was great information. Good
You're
job,
welcome.
Paula.
Thank you.
Good night.
Guys. Have a good night.